to Fayette County Public Library Storytime. Our first story today is The Mitten. There's the mitten. Once upon a time, there was a happy little boy who loved to play. Yes, he did. In the spring, he loved to climb trees and peek in at baby birds. In the summer, he loved to chase the golden butterflies. In the autumn, he loved to play in piles of golden leaves. And in the winter, he loved to play in the white, white snow. And every winter, because she loved him, the little boy's grandmother would knit a great warm woolen hat that he could pull down over his little ears. A long, warm woolen scarf that he could wrap 2 times around his little neck, and a pair of warm woolen mittens for his little hands. And on the cold, cold day of this story, the little boy dressed himself warmly in his hat and his scarf and his mittens, and he went outside to play. He played, and he played, and he played. You see what happened, boys and girls? I wonder if he'll notice. But when at last he came inside, it was discovered that one of his mittens was lost. "Oh, no," said the little boy. "Don't worry," said the grandmother. "We'll find it tomorrow. You've had enough of the cold for one day." And because she loved him, she made him a mug of steaming hot chocolate. In the meantime, just while the little boy was sipping his hot chocolate, a squirrel came along and saw the lost mitten lying in the snow. "Brrr," said the squirrel. "My toes are cold as ice. This mitten looks so cozy, and warm toes would feel so nice." So the squirrel crawled into the little boy's mitten to warm his toes. I think it's amazing that squirrel fits in there, don't you? The squirrel found the mitten quite warm and very comfortable. And soon he was so nice and toasty in there that he fell sound asleep. But just then, along came a rabbit. "Brrr," said the rabbit. "Let me come in." "No room," said the squirrel. "Go away." "Please," begged the rabbit, "my toes are cold as ice. Your mitten looks so cozy, and warm toes would feel so nice." "Oh, okay," said the squirrel. "You can come in." And the rabbit crawled in. There. It was a bit tight in there for 2. Nevertheless, with a little bulging over, they were able to manage. And very soon, they were nice and toasty warm, and they fell sound asleep. But just then, along came a fox. "Brrr," said the fox. "Let me come in." "No room," said the rabbit. "No room," said the squirrel. "Go away." "Please," begged the fox. "My toes are cold as ice. Your mitten looks so cozy, and warm toes would feel so nice." "Oh, okay," said the rabbit. "Oh, okay," said the squirrel. "You can come in." And the fox squeezed in. It was really crowded in there now with 3. Nevertheless, the mittens stretched out enough, and soon they were nice and toasty warm. I like the smile on the fox's face. But just then they had fallen sound asleep. Along came a bear. "Brrr," said the bear. "Let me come in." Now, boys and girls, look at that mitten. Is a bear going to fit in that mitten? My, I can't imagine. Let's see what happens here. "No room," said the fox. "No room," said the squirrel. "No room," said the rabbit. "Go away." Please, begged the bear. My toes are as cold as ice. Your mitten looks so cozy and warm toes would feel so nice. Oh, okay, said the fox. Oh, okay, said the rabbit. Oh, okay, said the squirrel. You can come in. The bear squeezed and pushed and squeezed and pushed and squeezed and pushed until at last he got himself in. Look at that, boys and girls. That must have been a very stretchy mitten. It was very cramped in there with the four of them all squished together like that. Still, they were nice and toasty warm, and soon they all fell sound asleep. But just then, along came a mouse. "Brr," said the little mouse in a teeny tiny voice. "Let me come in." "No room," said the bear. "No room," said the fox. "No room," said the rabbit. "No room," said the squirrel. "Go away." "Please," begged the little mouse. "My toes are cold as ice. Your mitten looks so cozy and warm toes would feel so nice." "We can't," said the bear. "Too full," said the fox. "No way," said the rabbit. "Impossible," said the squirrel. "Go away." "Please," said the little mouse. "I'm just a little mouse." "Oh, okay," said the bear. "Oh, okay," said the fox. "Oh, okay," said the rabbit. "Oh, okay," said the squirrel. "You can come in." And they all held their breath while the little mouse carefully squeezed into a teeny tiny spot. And for a minute, all was well, until suddenly the bear and the fox and the rabbit and the squirrel all had to take a great big deep breath of air. And as they did, the mitten burst apart and spilled them all out onto the snow. Oh, look at them. Do you see all of them? The rabbit, the squirrel, the fox, the bear, and the mouse. And look what happened to that mitten. Wow. "What a shame," said the bear. "What a shame," said the fox. "What a shame," said the rabbit. "What a shame," said the squirrel. "Oh, it is," said the little mouse. "A terrible, terrible shame." Then one by one, the mouse, the bear, the fox, the rabbit, and the squirrel all went off to find another place to warm their toes. In the morning, the little boy and his grandmother went out looking for the lost mitten. Soon they came upon the bits and pieces of yarn lying in the snow. "What could have happened?" said the little boy. "I have no idea," said the grandmother. "But don't worry, I can knit another." I can see all the animal tracks everywhere in the snow. And because she loved him, that's exactly what she did. And you can see the mitten taking shape right there. I think they put one too many animals into the mitten. I like that story. All right, Miss Lisa has something for us.
All right, so she just read you a story about the mitten, and all these animals, well, 5 of them, had squished down inside that mitten until that little mouse came in and exploded it all away. So we thought we would have a little guessing game today. So here I have a stocking, and we can see Snoopy in here. He's getting all nice and toasty warm in this stocking. But I want you boys and girls to think, how many other animals might be in here with Snoopy? So get a number in your head, and then we're going to pull them out one by one, and we'll see if you are right. Do you have a number in your head? How many animals? There were 5 in that mitten. How many are in here? All right, hopefully you have a number in your head. Let's see how many of you were right. Okay, so I'm going to pull them out one by one. First of all, we have Snoopy, and he's all dressed for Christmas. Okay, so there's number one. I'm going to hand him over to Miss Kim. Okay, what else might we have down in here? Who's coming out next? Here we have Frosty.
Yay.
Okay, so we have two, Snoopy and Frosty, two critters inside this stocking. Let me reach down in here. What else do we have? Snoopy's friend, Woodstock.
Oh, yay.
So 1, 2, 3. All right, what else is inside the stocking? Out comes a holiday bear. Look at him. He is all dressed with his nightcap and his Christmas sweater. Do you have a Christmas sweater, boys and girls? Okay, so there's 4. Now only 5 fit in that mitten. Let's see, how many do we have left in here? What's coming out? Oh, here's a little red reindeer with candy cane antlers. He's all ready for Christmas too. I don't know, can you hold all these, Miss Kim?
I'm trying.
All right, let's see what's down inside. How many more could there be? Here we have a little brown little reindeer with little green antlers. Let me see, do we have any left? Oh, I think our stocking is empty, boys and girls.
Good.
So let's put them back inside. So let's count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if 6 was your number, you guessed right. Good job, boys and girls. All right, that was a fun game. You might be able to play that at your house with your stockings and find out how many of your little stuffed animals fit inside. All right, I'm going to put him down here. You guys ready for another story? This one's really cool. This one's called Sneaky Beak. I don't know, with a beak like this, do you think he can be sneaky? We will find out, won't we? All right, so the opening page has this big delivery truck. That looks like the little bird right there driving it. Let's see what happens. Nope, looks like he's at the door with a little package in his hand. Bear and Hamster were enjoying their favorite television show when suddenly it stopped for a commercial. "Not that sneaky beak again," muttered Bear. "What is it this time? Is your bed bouncy enough? Our Snores Galore Mega Bed is the bounciest ever. Sweet dreams guaranteed every night. Call for a bounce test on your old bed now." He's trying to sell something, isn't he, boys and girls, on that commercial? "A bounce test, ha ha ha," chuckled Bear. "Oh, Hamster, what could be next?" Well, late that night, Bear started to think. Was that a broken spring? Was that his mattress sagging? As Hamster snored, Bear just couldn't sleep. "Oh no," he cried. "What if my bed isn't bouncy enough after all?" And he tossed and he turned all night long. You think he's going to call that commercial person? Well, the first thing in the morning, Bear called for a bounce test, and Sneaky Beak zoomed up in his van. "Hello, trouble sleeping? That simply won't do. If you need a new bed, here's a deal just for you." Well, his bounce test bunnies got right to work. All right, so I guess the bounce test bunnies are in this little package. And they come out, bounce, 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 bounce. Oh, bounced all the way up there even. Well, Sneaky Beak checked the report. "Thank goodness you called, Bear," he said with a gasp. "This bed is completely out of bounce. You need the Snores Galore Mega Bed right away." Let's see if he gets a new bed, huh? But But Bear's new bouncy bed was enormous. There wasn't room for anything else. Wait! Bear cried as Hamster's things were carted out. Sweet dreams, replied Sneaky Beak. Oh, but remember, you'll sleep better after a nice bubble bath. And he handed Bear a flyer and was gone. What? Gulped Bear, and he started to read. Is your bath bubbly enough? Our Super World Turbo Tub is here. Wave machine, bubble blowers, jets, and more. Call now. So what do you think, boys and girls? He got the mega bed. Does he need a bubbly tub? Bear just shook his head. Our old tub is just fine. But at bath time, what's going to happen? He wasn't so sure. Gosh, what if our bath isn't bubbly enough? He cried, uh-oh. So Bear called Sneaky Beak at once, who rumbled up in a 10-ton truck. Well, hello there, Tiny Bubbles. That simply won't do. If you need a new tub, here's a deal for you. Sounds like Sneaky Beak's a real good salesman, isn't he? Here's the new tub. It came with boxfuls of knobs and hoses that soon filled the entire bathroom. Marvelous choice, Sneaky Beak chirped when the last job was done. Ooh, what does this twirly thing do? Wondered Bear. Look, he's in his tub. What do you think this twirly thing is going to do? They soon found out. What do you think's going to happen? Look right here. Here's Hamster. Here's his friend peeking in the bathroom. What's going to happen when he touches that knob? Whoosh! I guess look at all the suds coming out. Look at all those bubbles. It whooshed Hamster right down the steps. Well, the next morning at breakfast, Bear was waiting with a present. Here, Hamster, to cheer you up. It's a Crunch-O-Matic granola maker, see? Oh, did he buy something else over Sneaky Beak? The thing is, he explained, I was starting to worry that our cereal wasn't crunchy enough. Now, we can't start the day with a soggy snack. Bring that crunchy goodness back. And he plugged it in, and Hamster waited, and the oats and the raisins softly swirled, and then with a clunk and a whirl, what's going to happen to their cereal, boys and girls? Breakfast was served. Hamster shrieked, "Take cover!" So look, here's the raisins and the nuts and the flakes. Look at that cereal go flying everywhere. Hamster's present hadn't cheered him up at all. We need a vacation, Bear said with a sigh. Look, he's hiding under his table even. And then two beady eyes peeked in. Uh-oh, is this his friend? Do you think he wants to see Sneaky Beak again? Hello, feeling glum? Need a break from this place? Question mark? Uh-oh. What do you think he's gonna sell him this time? My vacation rocket will blast you into space. Is that really a vacation? I don't know. Look. Zoom, zoom, zoom. In a blink, Bear was whisked up into the rocket, and then zoom, he was soaring through the sky, while Hamster was getting farther and farther away. I don't know. Did Hamster stayed back? If you look right here, here's Hamster. There goes Bear. Higher and higher and higher. He's getting away from it all, but is that really what he meant? I don't think so. Outer space was very quiet and calm. It was the perfect place to think. Oh, how silly I've been, whispered Bear, changing beds and bathtubs and breakfasts. What made him the happiest of all was none of those things. And so Bear set the rocket's dial to take him back home. Here's the outer space tile. Here's the home tile. To the friend that wouldn't change for anything. "Oh, Hamster," said Bear, "I've missed you." Bear and Hamster cleaned up together. Their new stuff was just getting in the way. "The question," said Bear, "is what are we going to do with it all?" All right, so there's the toaster machine and part of the bathtub. What are they going to do with all of it? And with that, a beak, poked through the mail slot. "Is your garbage can big enough? Our new trash-tastic trash can will hold all of your unwanted garbage. Open your door to test one out now." Bear folded his arms. "No thanks," he called back. I think that was probably a wise decision. "Hamster and I will recycle." From then on, things were simply fine. Bear and Hamster had each other, and that was all they needed. Look what they put on their door. No sales. But Sneaky Beak's trash can did come in rather handy after all. Look what they put in the trash can. They put in Sneaky Beak and said free stuff. Oh my goodness. There he goes, driving away. Awesome story. This was called Sneaky Beak by Tracy Corduroy. Miss Kim got a laugh out of this one.
So funny. I like that book. It's kind of funny. Well, I think it kind of speaks to how some of us are sometimes, Miss Lisa.
Definitely.
Okay, we have one more story today. This one is called Shrinking Mouse. Now, you're going to have to pay close attention, boys and girls. There's something happening in this story that the animals don't understand. Let's see if you can figure out what's going on in this story. Lots of pages at the front. There we go. Fox, rabbit, squirrel, and mouse were sitting at the edge of their wood looking across the fields. "Look at that tiny wood over there," said Mouse. "It's even smaller than I am. And look, there's Owl flying toward it." There goes Owl. "Oh dear," said Fox. "He's shrinking. I'll go and tell him to come back before he disappears altogether." And Fox set out after Owl. Keep watching what happens, boys and girls. "Oh dear," cried Rabbit. "Fox is shrinking too. I'll go and tell him to come back before he disappears like Owl." And Rabbit set off after Fox. And you see they do look like they're getting smaller, right? "Oh dear," cried Squirrel. "Rabbit is shrinking too. I'll go and tell him to come back before he disappears like Fox." And Squirrel set off after Rabbit. Look at them now. Poor Mouse was very upset. "Squirrel is shrinking as well," he thought. "I must try and stop him before he disappears like the rest of my friends." And Mouse scampered after Squirrel. Wow, look. There's Owl way over there. Have you guessed what's happening yet, boys and girls? The wood is getting bigger, thought Mouse. I must be shrinking too. Poor Mouse didn't want to be any smaller, but he kept running. The wood is really big now, thought Mouse. I must have nearly disappeared. Mouse didn't want to disappear, but he kept on running. And when he got to the wood, there were Owl and all his friends. Have I disappeared? Asked Mouse. No, they said. You're just the right size. Good, said Mouse. Let's go home. But when he turned to look at their wood, it was very, very small. Oh, Mouse cried. Our wood has shrunk too. We can't go home. I wonder if we have figured this thing out. Follow me, said Owl. So they did. And there they all are. And as they got closer to their wood, it got bigger. And you see as they're coming, Owl's getting bigger. Mouse got bigger. Look at that. And bigger. Look at their wood. Are we getting smaller? Asked Mouse. No, said Owl as they reached their wood. We're all just the right size. And he flew away. Oh dear, said Fox. Owl is shrinking again. Don't worry, said Mouse. I'm sure he'll be the right size when he comes back. I think Mouse has it figured out. And he was. Now, boys and girls, have you figured out what was happening? It's a little thing called distance and how things look when they're far away from us. Do you remember the rocket in the Sneaky Beak book? When the rocket went up into the sky and they looked down, they saw that, was it hamster? Mm-hmm. Hamster was smaller the further away the rocket went. And so the further away Owl flew at the beginning of the story, he kept getting smaller. It's just how things look. When they're close to us, they look bigger than they do when they're far away. So that's the lesson the animals needed to learn this day. The shrinking mouse. He wasn't shrinking at all, was he? All right. Well, I think we had some good stories today, Miss Lisa.
Yes, we did.
And I hope all of you have a great day, and I hope you liked our stories. I really like Sneaky Beak. It's awfully funny. It just gave us all a good laugh. So hope you come down, visit us at the library. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.